The Witcher 3: Wild Hunt is aging like fine wine. Even several years after it hit the streets, it is still one of the most impressive open-world games that has ever existed, mixing Skyrim's unapologetic scale with Grand Theft Auto V's incredible depth. It is such a jam-packed game, which is why it claims the top spot on our list of the best PC games in 2020. Staggering, beautiful and an absolute time sink in a good way. The Witcher 3: Wild Hunt isn't just the best PC game of 2020 or among the best open-world games on PC. It might just be one of the best video games of all time. While it's arguably not as hard as earlier titles in the series, From Software's Dark Souls 3 takes everything you like about the Souls series and improves on it by blending it with elements found in Bloodborne, the developer's more recent title for PS4. We won't sugarcoat it, you're going to die in Dark Souls 3, perhaps more than once. It takes patience to master its complex combat system, but it also plays fair, which makes it more approachable for casual players so they too can take part in its bleak, fantastical world. And, on the bright side, it's much more optimized for PC than the first two games. Now that you can pick up Dark Souls Remastered and see where the apocalyptic series began, there's never been a better time to link the first flame. It's not hard to see why Control has taken the gaming world by storm. The creative team at Remedy Entertainment made sure to pack this title with plenty to love, paying very close attention to the intricate details. A deeply cinematic game, this action-adventure offers its players staggering visuals, inspired environment design and brilliant performances, not to mention, a deeply satisfying combat experience. Control places you in the capable shoes of fiery-haired Jesse Faden. You're tasked to seek out the oldest house, a building in New York City that's in a constant state of architectural flux and only appears to those who desire to find it, and locate your missing brother, all while heading the Federal Bureau of Control as its director and overseeing the containment of paranatural entities. There's nothing quite like Control on the market, and it makes it one of the best PC games to play right now.
You're a rolling stone, but I'm a cannonball. You're not fooling me, not fooling anyone.
Beyond its impeccable graphics and its excellent peripheral support, it won't take you long to realize that the Microsoft Flight Simulator is a labor of love. There is a great attention to detail here, as well as a level of realism and immersion you won't find elsewhere. So much so that if you're not a fan of flight simulations, you'll want to start getting on the bandwagon. Though that also means this game won't be for everyone. Still, if you're a flight sim fanatic or you love planes and flying, you'll relish the chance to fly iconic vehicles in some of the most beautiful yet dangerous locations and conditions in the world. Monster Hunter is one of the biggest gaming franchises you've probably never heard of for years now. With Monster Hunter World, the series broke into the mainstream and came to the PC, much to many gamers' relief, and now, it's one of the best PC games you can play to date. Monster Hunter World puts you in the shoes of a monster hunter, and you'll hunt increasingly bigger and meaner monsters, strip them for parts, and craft bigger, better armor. It's a deviously simple gameplay loop that ends up being one of the most compelling and rewarding PC games you can play right now. There's an incessant onslaught of content in this game, and Capcom, the developers of this monster hunting hit, are committed to bringing a wealth of free DLC to the game, as well as a new frosty expansion in Monster Hunter World, Iceborne. If you're looking for an addictive, immersive and most importantly, fun game to play on your own or with all your closest friends cooperatively, Monster Hunter World is the PC game of your dreams. There's no doubt it's one of the best PC games you can buy today.
You're not fooling me, not fooling anyone. Got your head in a cloud, so delusional. In the notion of all this emotional. Best be sure, I'm looking for something.
If the name Norman Reedus is what got your attention when someone mentioned Death Stranding, well then you're in for a treat. However, this game is getting a lot of attention from more than just the big names attached to it, which incidentally include Mads Mikkelsen and Lee Seydoux. As Porter Sam Bridges, you bravely traverse an apocalyptic United States to deliver valuable cargo, navigating lands overrun by terrorists, bandits and these invisible creatures called beached things. This award-winning action game is a treat to all the senses as well, thanks to its great storyline, which may be reminiscent of the current pandemic, good gameplay, fun quests, and impressive sound and visuals.
You're a rolling stone, but I'm a cannonball. You're not fooling me, not fooling
The newest release from Rockstar Games was an instant hit upon release. Red Dead Redemption 2 is an engrossing western following Arthur Morgan and his gang as they try to survive a fictionalized Wild West as outlaws on the run. However, the game is much more than just that. Whether it's getting lost in the story, following through on every side quest to its conclusion, or just bonding with your horse, RDR2 is one of those games where you can easily sink 50+ hours into and still have something to do. The gameplay is stellar, and the graphics are gorgeous. You can even run the game in 8K, if you have the hardware. Definitely give this a look if you haven't already.